Welcome back to the Mental Playbook with Christine Dalgity, Season 2. This season, we are expanding the conversation, hearing from mental health experts, professionals from different industries, and people in the sports world about how they take care of their minds, handle challenges, and build the mindset to thrive both on the job and in life. So, grab a coffee, get comfy, tune in, get inspired, and let's dive into some fascinating conversations. Remember, your mind is super powerful, and with the right tools and knowledge, you can master your mental playbook. And while you're doing that, take care of you. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Mental Playbook with Christine Dalgity. And today's going to be another short one. We are winding down the summer. I know we say this all the time, but like, where did the summer go? Next week is the last week of August. So, and then Danica will be heading off to school in a couple of weeks. And so we are talking about summer wind down type questions, I believe. I never know what she's going to ask me.
Yep.
She sits down here and says, this is what we're talking about, and that's what we do. So, yeah.
All right,
Okay.
well, let's get to it. Okay, so when would you say that the end of summer slump starts normally?
It's weird. I was just thinking about this the other day, that it's almost like as soon as we say it's August, it's like, oh, I'm not going to go to the pool, or I'm not going to, as soon as the weather goes down from like 38 to like 29, it's like, oh, when really we keep saying, if it was just like 27, 28,
No.
right? When it's like 30 something. I think that the real slump starts around now, though.
Yeah.
I think that when we start talking about getting back to school, fall coming, that kind of thing, next week for sure.
Yeah.
But I think, probably around now.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Why can we suddenly feel more unmotivated, irritable, or emotionally off as August comes to an end?
Because summer's over, right? And I think that we have these like times during a year where it's like how many times do people say, okay, in January I'm going to start working out, I'm going to, and then in September I'm going to get back at it, I'm going to, right? And as the days get shorter and everything, our body goes into, I've talked about this a few times, but our body goes into a natural, like primitive state where it gets ready for winter, for hibernation type stuff, right? So as the days get shorter, melatonin comes in earlier. Yeah. Because when it's nighttime, melatonin increases and your body slows down a bit. And so that happens. The cooler weather is a body signal. And not that it's cool, but it's, I mean, at night, like I was out with my friends last night in the backyard, Tammy's backyard, and it was probably 7:30, 8 o'clock. The sun was down, not down, but like setting, and everyone was like, "Whoa, it's getting cool!" and put on our sweaters, sweatshirts and stuff. So I think that your body naturally progresses, but then also it's like, it's almost like we have this mindset like, "Oh, I got to get back to it, back to reality," kind of thing. All the summer fun is like, okay, well now there's routines with school, vacations are done, whatever it happens to be. I think that's what. Like a combination of all of that. Yeah. Biology and psychology.
Yeah. I was going to ask, like, do you think it's something other than psychological? But biology. Yeah. You answered that for me. Okay. Why does the end of a season sometimes make us more aware of how quickly time is passing?
I think because it's a natural progression. Yeah. It's like, on my birthday every year, I always... if someone says it's not a big number, like, why would you celebrate it kind of thing? I'm always like, because I had one more turn around the sun. Yeah. Right? And a lot of people don't get that, and I got that, and so I will celebrate it every year. I don't really care about age so much. I mean, I joke, I'm old and stuff. I don't care. But I think that with the seasons, it's like a cue that time has passed. Yeah. Whereas, like... during the summer, you're doing things, you're active, whatever, and then, okay, now it's fall. I think it's just like a natural progression that it cues us that, oh, another season's passed, right? We're getting ready, especially in Canada where we live, because there's so such distinction, between them. I think that, it's like, okay, now we got to get the fall clothes out, and all you see on social media is like, oh, it's pumpkin spice and sweater time, right? Yeah. So
love that.
I think
stuff.
that's probably why. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so why do you think that humans tend to organize our lives around seasons?
Good question.
Thanks.
I think because of the progressions. I think in Canada, again, because it's like pack up the summer clothes, get out the fall clothes. Pack up the fall clothes, get out more sweaters, the winter clothes, the snow pants, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Boots and hats and mitts. And then here too, it's like, it's 10 degrees. It's spring. Let's get the shorts out.
No, I know.
Right? And so I think that there's that. Again, I think it's just the natural. It's almost like when the weather changes or when the season changes, we have different goals, or it's like a signal to us that, like this morning I was thinking, I've got all this stuff I have to do, like workshops and stuff I want to create, and then I was like, okay, well, in the fall, Danica's gone back to school, so I'm a little bit more bored.
Sorry.
No, it's because I'm just sitting here by myself, right? I don't just sit here by myself, but and it's going to be cooler, so I won't have as many things to do. So I'm really, so I think that right there, I was already preparing the stuff I'm going to do in fall because the season's different than it is now. And in the summer, I mean, it's go, go, go. I don't think I had one weekend all summer where I didn't have something planned.
Yeah. Do you think that, like, the end of each season serves as a time for reflection sort of thing? Because I find myself, like, I do that too.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, I think we have these natural breaks, natural progressions. I always say that, right? Like, because I talked last year often about... I don't believe in New Year's resolutions per se.
Yeah.
I believe in setting goals. I believe in natural breaks. I think that when we label it a resolution, it's grandiose and no one ever does it. I do believe that at the end of each season, it's like this break that we reflect. I think that, like, I picture it in we do it like business too, like quarters. But quarters aren't necessarily seasons in business talk, but I picture a year, like my visual is like a circle, and I have the different chunks, and so when one chunk's done, I kind of reflect on it, and I think a lot of people do that.
Okay. Why might August feel different from June or July, even though it's technically still summer?
Because we're winding down, because it's the end of that season, right? June, we're like, bring it on. Can't wait, right? Like I remember planning the Blue Jays game at the end last weekend in June. And we booked everything like in April. Right? And it's 2 months ago.
Crazy.
Right? And so in June I was like, okay, winding up. Like we got the Blue Jays game, we got going away to the Red Blacks game, we're going to Tremblant, I'm going. And so I think that, and it's hotter in June and July here, and so I think that feels like summer. And somebody said to me the other day, I still have 2 weeks left of summer. Right? Like, I still have a lot of summer left. Right? So, but we don't see it. We see it as, like, especially right now, we still have, even into September, the weather's still nice. But we still have 2 weeks left of summer, but we're already preparing for the kids to go back to school. We're already preparing for different things in the fall. And
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you think that the awareness that summer is almost over changes how we experience those last couple of days?
Yeah, I think it's just the way our brains work. That when we see something coming to an end, we're already preparing for the next phase, next season, next whatever. So I think that, honestly, I am looking forward to the fall. I love the fall. It's my favorite season. But also because I just get this mindset that, okay, I can slow down, and I can turn on my fireplace at night and just, don't have my coal to cuddle with anymore, my cat. But I think that I think there's that. Yeah. I think we need to savor the moments instead of planning for the next. Yeah. But it's just human nature. Yeah. I don't think we enjoy, like, we have McKinley's birthday party this weekend, and I'm making cakes. And he having 2 parties. He wants the front of Sen's jersey for one party and the back of the jersey with all mark on it for the next party. And so what McKinley wants and Edie wants, Grandma gets. So I will be doing those, and we'll be having the parties, and then I'm like, okay, then, you know. Well, then the following weekend, you and I are going to be recording lots of podcasts and everything for when you're gone to school, recording all the stuff ahead of time. But yeah, I think that we need to slow down and just, we do have 2 weeks left of summer break. Break. Right?
Yeah. Do you think, like, some people would, like, be like, oh my gosh, my summer's over, and try to do everything that they have, like...
100%.
Go, like, on overdrive trying to...
Yeah, especially, I remember when I worked in education. Yeah. And it was constant, like, in June, I'd be like, okay, this summer I'm getting all of this stuff done. And I know my education colleagues out there do the same, because I also have clients that are teachers and educational assistants and different roles in education, and they all say the same thing. You have all the stuff you want to get done, and then the last couple weeks of August, you're like, I didn't do any of it. And so you're pushing to get it all done. Yeah.
Okay. So why do we put so much pressure on ourselves to have our ideal summer or perfect summer?
I think that it's a number of things. It's an expectation that everyone has. When you live in a climate like we do, right? We have 3 months essentially that we can be outside all the time, and but then even sometimes it's like 40 degrees. Well, the first week of July it was like 47 degrees.
That was crazy.
That was stupid. And so you didn't really get outside, but I think that we perceive it. I mean, technically you can be outside in April and May. You can be outside all winter too, right? But we see it as this small amount of time that we have to get all the stuff in. And there's patios and there's barbecues, and we're going to start running outside, and we're going to go for walks and hikes. And I think that we just have these expectations of what we need to get done in the summer. And we're excited because the weather's finally nice. Like last winter, we had a long winter. It was cold and there was a lot of snow, right? So, I think that we just put these expectations on it, where maybe we need to look at it as another season that we can enjoy. Instead of like in the winter, I don't book every single weekend to do stuff. I had a blast, don't get me wrong. And maybe I should book more weekends to do stuff in the winter. But yeah, maybe we should just see it as another season and stuff we have to get done. Right?
Do you think that,
not get done, sorry. Do.
Yeah. Do you think that, like, if you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to, like, make memorable days or, like, have enjoyable moments, like, do you think it, like, kind of takes the enjoyment out of it? Like, if you're putting, like...
I think it depends. Yeah. If you put pressure on yourself, it always takes the joy out of it, right? And I don't think planning stuff in the summer and going camping or going to cottages or, traveling. A lot of my clients, a lot of people traveled across Canada, like went down east or went out west or stuff like that this year. But I think that if you put the pressure on, it's the summer and I have to do things, then it's not as fun because you're doing it because you have to do things.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. Like, feeling like you have to, like...
Yeah. And that's kind of what I mean, too, by we should just say, like, just plan things to do all year round and not... Yeah. Obviously, I understand the difference, especially here, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to talk a bit about, like, nostalgia. Because I feel like that plays a big part for, like, me at least. Like...
Yep.
Okay. So why does summer seem to create so many nostalgic memories?
I think because we do so much in the summer. Like, we make more memories in the summer. Yeah. So to speak. obviously if you go down south and everything in the winter and like holidays and or ski trips or snowmobile trips and stuff like that. But I think in the summer, like I always say things like, when I was a kid, the summer seemed so much longer, right? I think that like some of my best memories when I was a kid was after I was 12 when mom and dad put the pool in, and like having all my friends over. I remember one time we didn't have a lot of money, even though we lived on the Ritzy, in the Ritzy neighborhood, but I think that, one of my best memories, I still remember it, and we have a picture. We went to Upper Canada Village, and mom and dad took us, and dad was pushing me on a swing and stuff, and like I remember that. I remember all my parents played sports, and I played sports, more summer sports, and so I remember playing baseball and the friendships I made, or fastball, and I remember my parents playing fastball. I was the backer. Like, I think it just brings back because it's more stuff. And it's like, I mean, Bryan Adams has a song Back in the Summer of '69, right? But yeah, what are your thoughts on it?
Like this cool, same thing. Like when I like look back at my childhood, I just remember playing outside with my Barbies. Well, because I was an only child, so I had to hang out by myself. But I remember playing in the backyard on my Barbies. I remember being on my swing set in the backyard. But I don't really remember a lot about like the winters sort of thing. Like I feel nostalgic for like, and being in the sprinkler. Like that's like what I remember of my childhood. Like that sort of stuff.
Being at Pop's pool, being at Jack and Diane's pool, and I remember, because whenever your mom and dad would go away, I would come out and stay with you. I remember a March break, I stayed, and but I think you were 2. But also in the summer, I remember one time, and you had a little pool on the deck, and Duke, your golden retriever, love Duke, he was on the deck with you, and I brought my dog out, Lucky, and he was a little black terrier, and you were in your pool. No, you were sitting beside the pool. You might have been in the pool. Anyway, you were in the pool, and I was sitting on the deck next to you, playing with you, and Lucky jumped up on the deck, and Duke, who was the kindest, most gentle dog ever, grabbed Lucky by the scruff, because he jumped up near your pool, near you, grabbed Lucky by the scruff of the neck and just, and like threw him off the deck. I was like, grabbing you and everything, like it was craziness. Because Duke never.
No, I know.
He was such an amazing dog. But yeah, I remember that.
I don't remember that.
No, because you were like little. Like not 2. It was before. It was a summer before you. So you would have been about a year and a half.
Okay. Do you think that like nostalgia like plays a role in the end of summer slump? Like, can it for some people, you think?
It probably can. Right? I mean, you're creating memories.
Like sometimes I'll be like in a memory and be like, oh, I'm gonna like remember that, and it's kind of like I'm already nostalgic about it before it's even over. You know?
And you know, when I was out at Ryan and Jody's last Sunday and I was watching McKinley and Edie in the pool, I actually had a moment where I was like, these are things they're going to remember. Right? Like, we were watching the Blue Jays game, and we were sitting there, and McKinley took his puddle jumper thing off. Jody was in the pool with him because he wanted to catch a ring that was at the bottom, and he dove down and he caught the ring. Like, it took him a few tries, and Jody was like right beside him, and he was swimming, and then he'd go down, and he came up and he had the ring, and I was talking to Ryan, and Ryan jumps like, way to go, buddy! And I jumped and turned, and he was so excited and proud, like it made me tear up. I'm not a crier unless it's them or Ryan, but it made me really tear up, and I was like, he was just so proud, and that's when I thought, these are memories that they're going to have when they get older. They're going to remember these things. I hope.
Okay, so we'll do a little wrap-up segment here. Okay, so why can we struggle with the fact that things don't always stay the same?
Oh, we don't like change, for one. Humans don't like change. We don't even like good change. Because your brain gets your brain likes what's familiar.
Yeah.
Because your brain is designed to protect you.
Yeah.
And it can't protect you when it doesn't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when things are good, who wants it to end?
Yeah.
Right? And I think it's like the difference between you and me and my age. No, I'm not like 100 years old or anything. I'm in my 50s, but like McKinley's going to be 6 this weekend.
Yeah.
And it's when you get older, it's just a really big indicator that life's passing by. And not to be morbid or anything like that. It's just, it's just a reflection and how fast things go by, and even like with moments that, you're with the people you love and everything, and you're really like, you're in that moment, and it's like, I'm not going to get this moment back.
Yeah.
Right? And if you've been going through a lot of stuff and you have a really good moment, it's just another like, I just want to stay in this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we all have, I think there's an indication we're getting older.
Yeah.
That, especially when it's childhood memories, we'll have the memories, but, change, time pass, like, I think it's a whole gamut of things.
Is there a healthier way to go about like thinking about endings in general?
I think it's just being in the moment.
Yeah.
And not looking at it like an ending, right? Looking at it as a chapter.
Yeah.
You can always go back and read the chapter. You might not live the chapter, but you can always go back and read a chapter.
Yeah.
While you're moving towards the next chapters. I think if we just change the narrative that we give it, it's not an ending, but just another chapter we wrote in our corny but story of life, right?
Yeah. I went out for like with a bunch of girls for their like they were all seniors and it was their last time going out. And I was talking to one of them and I was like, how do you feel? And she was like, I feel sad, but she was like, how like lucky am I to feel sad about like losing these people? Like there's like so important that I feel sad about losing them. And I was like, yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
That's a really good way of thinking about it. Yeah. Yeah. And last night when I was with my friend Kelly lives in Calgary, and she came home. And I was hugging her goodbye, and she's like, you guys have to come out again.
Yeah.
And I remember it was just last night, but like I felt this little like, I just wish you lived here too, because I love her, and we've been friends since kindergarten, right? And then when I was driving home and I was thinking, it's not, you had asked me like in a green flag, red flag social media post, and I said this to them this morning, about not seeing friends and then connecting. Yeah. And it was her and my friend Tammy, who lives in Barrie, that I was thinking about, that I see Kelly once a year, but when I see her, when we're all together, it's like no time has passed. Like we just pick up where we left off, right? So I think that, it's sad when she goes back. And I think we're going to plan a trip in the spring to go out there and see her again. We did a few years ago and it was a blast. And so I totally agree. It's not, how lucky am I to have these friendships that I've had since I was 5. Yeah. And I'm 55, right? 50-year friendships that they're my sisters, they're my children, they're my tribe, right? And I don't see all of them all the time. And when Tammy and Kelly go back home, and my friend Kathy, she lived in Milan. She was a model for years and years and years, and every time she came home. So I totally agree with that. Yeah, how lucky, we need to look at it like that. Yeah. How lucky are we that we had those moments?
Something to feel like.
Yeah, that I have grandchildren that I just saw. Yes, they're getting older and that makes me sad. But I'm also excited to see all their next things, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so last question for you. How can we carry the parts of summer we enjoyed into the rest of the year?
I think that by being present in those moments, I'm very big on that. Yeah. Being present. And that actually, this morning I was like, because I am very big about being present in moments, and I've been going through some stuff lately, and things happened before I went, and I said to you when you came in, I wasn't present. And I apologized to them this morning because I wasn't my normal self. I wasn't present in the moment, and I hate that. I think that we need to be present in the moment. I think that we need to understand that summer is a season, but the get-togethers, the friendships, our perception can carry on 365 days a year.
Yeah.
I think it's about not separating or not giving summer the narrative of that's fun and winter's not.
Yeah.
Which we often do.
No, I know.
That's what I think.
Okay. Well, that's it.
That's my take on summer and summer ending. And, sometimes I think after the podcast that people are watching it going, Christine, you're not all sunshine and rainbows all the time. You sound like you are. And I'm not. Hence last night, right? I get heavy too. And I go through things too. But it's just ways that I try to live my life. Obviously, I'm not perfect at it. And I have down moments and times where I want to run away from home. These are just some tips and tricks that I try and my perspective on things and how I work with my clients. So try to carry them into your summer or not into your summer, but as you go out of your summer and into your summer next year, and stay present, be in the moment, and see you next week. That will be our Q&A as the end of the month. So we'll do our longer Q&A, and like always, I won't know what you're going to say to me, but we'll see you next week, and take care of you. That's it for today's episode of the Mental Playbook with Christine Dalgity. Remember, the work doesn't end when the episode does. Thank you so much for watching and for being part of these conversations. If you're enjoying the podcast, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. It helps us grow and reach more people who might need this too. And don't forget, take care of you.